join me for one of my final surgeries prep days while I tell you the story about it. If y'all don't know who I am, hi, my name is Laser. I was born with Golden Horse Syndrome, which has meant for me a shitload of surgeries to develop a beautiful jaw that I can eat, talk, and breathe with, and also assimilate into society with without being stared at considerably. Throughout my 21 years of life on this planet, I have had over 20 surgeries. I think it's probably actually closer to 30 by this point, but honestly, I've lost count. And a lot of that has been to change my jaw from how it was when I was born. I'll throw a picture on screen. This is me at about probably 1.5 years or so after I've already had a few surgeries at this point. But as you can see, when I was young, I had pretty much no lower jaw at all, and a lot of my upper jaw was underdeveloped to the point where I pretty much had the Simpsons profile. But as you can imagine, was quite a lot to deal with as a kid growing up. But one of the aspects that I never really talked about on here, at least, was how much just having my face change on me every single time that I had to get a surgery impacted me. I'm next using this shade for some light contour. But as I was growing up, my face has changed, shape, 5 to 6 different times, and that was a lot for me to kind of deal with. As you know, of course, when we're growing up and we're younger, we're getting to know ourselves for the first time and kind of build up who we think we are, what we look like, and getting to have that intimate relationship with ourselves and coming to love the way that we look and having that journey of self-acceptance. In some ways, I feel like I got to be an expert in that because I had to do that exact process as many times as my face changed. And honestly, that was really hard in some moments because every time that I would just be getting used to accepting this new version of myself, it would fucking change again. And so at certain points, that was just really hard, especially when you're going through puberty and you are dealing with people looking at you and acting like you're a fucking alien. God, I had such troubles with that, because people genuinely really do treat you very, very differently if you have a facial difference. And so having that negative feedback and then also having to relearn to love my face at every step that it was, it's been a long journey. I'm next using this to give myself a little bit more of a cunty jawline than I do have. Because, while I really do love my jaw and face for what it has been able to give me throughout the years, sometimes a little bit of a sharper jawline is what I like to go for. Yes. I like where we're going so far. Now I can do my eyes, which is really fun. I fucking love the colors on this thing. So bright. Awesome. Not sponsored, but I just am enjoying this palette. Anyways, I do a little bit of this, and I do an undercoat of this stuff. I'm not claiming to know what I'm doing. By the way, I also can't even see what I'm doing because I'm blind on my left eye right here. So it's always just do my best and then vibe with it. And we'll just go with what works, But anyways, back to the story. Having to learn to love myself at every single point of where my jaw and face has been an ongoing thing for the past 21 years. And now that's coming to an end with this next surgery that I'm having. And it's kind of been on the horizon for what feels like 3 to 4 years ever since I first started having these final jaw advancements and bone grafting in order to build the final jaw advancements and just position everything into their final state. This surgery that I'm having tomorrow is gonna kind of be the end to that, unless if they have to do a revision for some reason, which, cross my fingers, they don't. But I'm excited and also kind of sad, as weird as that is. I think I'm just having a lot of feeling about it because this is the end of a chapter in my life that has been ongoing for so long. And this is going to be the final kind of version of myself that I have to get used to and learn to love. And I don't even know what that's going to look like for me. So, I mean, the idea of this, finally being over, stop. I'm almost gonna fucking cry right now. I don't want to do that on video. Especially not in eye makeup, which I don't normally do, but hello? After I did that blue base, I put this awesome green stuff on the center of my eye, and then this shimmery, turquoise stuff on the outer corners. This is what it looks like now. Now you're all caught up. I had to redo this part 5 or 6 times, so my makeup ended up getting done between those 5 times that I've recorded this section. But what they're doing tomorrow, that is marking the final part of this long journey, is that they're going to be harvesting my fat from my stomach region, which I'm only laughing because I have tried so hard to gain weight. And I don't know what kind of fat they're gonna get from me. I'm fucking skinny as hell. It's an insecurity of mine. I'm trying to eat more so I can gain weight, but it is such a struggle. All that aside, they're gonna be taking fat from my stomach to put in my little crevices here. It doesn't show unless if I do this, so there's a divot here about a finger wide that is gonna be filled in with fat on that right side, and then on this left side here we're putting fat in here just so there's not as dramatic as a drop off and my facial fat here, and it blends easier. That doesn't look like I got the most extreme buccal fat removal of all time, but for me it's all natural, baby. It's so corny. Anyways, that's what they're gonna be doing tomorrow, and I'm excited to meet the new version of myself. And it's kind of funny, I don't actually do makeup a whole lot, and I've just been starting to get into it more. And that's because for a long time, as much as I say that I really got to learn to love myself, and at every single stage, when I was younger, that was not my strategy. My real strategy was hide and not involve anything that has to do with my face. Scary part upcoming. Oh god, I hate this part so much. I'm doing the eyeliner off camera. I'm still learning to do eyeliner. Because essentially I've not done makeup a whole lot. Because, when I was younger, I stayed away from doing anything that had to do with my face, getting to interact really closely with it, and I had a lot of judgments about it, so I just stayed away from makeup, never got into it, and now, I've outgrown that, and I thought what better way to send off this version of myself and say thank you for all that you have gotten me through than doing some makeup, even if I didn't do the best of jobs. Yeah. So, final touches incoming. A little bit of sparklies for my face blush. Just a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of the story of this last surgery for me. It's gonna be a really big change. Oh god, that's a lot. Anyways, this is the final fit and the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining as I wish this final version of myself goodbye and finish off this journey tomorrow. Wow.